Hello. So, a couple posts back, I posted about the Emoto Water of Memory science experiment. And today I want to double down on that. So, have you guys ever heard of the Kozyrev Mirror? It's time travel. Kozyrev was a famous Soviet scientist that had been thrown in jail because of his scientific belief that he was released. He ended up passing before this was ever built, but after he had passed, there was more of a interest in his science. Two other scientists took over for his work, and they specifically wanted to do this science experiment near frozen body of water. And all of the participants all said that they saw what they called a white, conscious humanoid shape. They also tabulated all of their findings and put a percentage. So some of them actually saw memories of their own childhood and like real events that had happened in their past. They also reported seeing things in the future that after this study was conducted, they had went back and they were able to corroborate that some of these things did actually in fact happen. Some of these symbols were found in ancient Sumerian tablets, and that's the oldest written language. It's not even a language with letters, but that's the oldest written language that we have to tabulate about anything that's happened here on Earth with humans. Him being closed off in jail, and he said this as well, had he not would have gone to jail, he would not have had this primitive way of thinking, that he felt like he was so influenced by science around him and popular ideas and what wasn't a popular idea or what would give those looks like, oh, this guy's nuts. Because he was sitting in jail, he was not subjected to any of that outside influence. He only had his own peace of mind and his heart. And whatever his destiny was, he fulfilled it. It's a shame he wasn't able to see it come to fruition and be built and really be the one to tailor the experiment so that when these things were happening with the symbols or when they saw this white being of humanoid being of light that was talking as consciousness, it's a shame he didn't have more to share about those ideas, because I'm sure he had dreamt about this experiment while he was sitting in jail every day. So the one scientist, Kosneviv, ended up having these really debilitating dreams and like premonitions. So a lot of the subjects, a couple of weeks and months after running this experiment, all reported the same thing, that they felt like whatever they had come in contact with, that humanoid, whatever that was like a greater consciousness that now, because the door was open, you didn't have to just be in that space continuum for the mirror anymore. Now they were able to come in contact with that entity everywhere. And they really didn't understand what they were playing with. And both of the scientists agree that moving forward, there had to be a stronger level of care, and that really it wasn't meant to affect or push the boundaries of the participants. So even though they did slow down with what they were doing scientific wise, their findings are really interesting and incredible. Apparently, they still run these experiments every so often. The last reported one that the one scientist reported on was in 2018 at a like a weather convention. So they're still around doing this. A little something else to think about, food for thought. You can Google this. It's Kozyrev Mirror. It's really incredible. Yeah, knowledge is power, guys. Knowledge is power.